Hey everyone, how's it going? Super excited to be showing you the scanner behind the scenes of what's going on when you're sending me a voice clip of your voice for like 10 seconds and you've given me your email address, and I can create binaural beats with customized frequencies for you to help bring you back into balance. So this is the actual platform. It's really simple to use. It's been designed to be really simple because it's going to be going into basically every household across the planet in due course. The technology is based on the innervoice scanner. So there's lots of different scanning capabilities, but the innervoice is the key one here. And you can see here on this screen here, these are the notes that is optimizing my frequencies based on my last scan, which showed that I was overemphasizing these notes in my voice, these notes and octaves. And I was suppressing, the most suppressed note was A, right? So it created these notes to obviously balance those, right? Okay. Now, to run the scanner, it's easy. I can actually just do one from purely my voice just to give me some binaural beats with frequencies to help optimize. And I would just run a scan here for 10 seconds on here with my voice, right? This will actually do the same thing, but it will actually enable me to do a vital scan. And that's much more in depth. It can tell me what my intolerances might be and loads of other different cool things. But I just want to show you the music firstly, right? So the standard song that is always appearing when you receive your link, which will bring you straight onto this page, this is the landing page from the link that you receive, will be the Piano Bliss. So that's the song. I've actually got, like, I think it's 12 songs all together here that you can access. And as standard, they will play for 3 minutes, but I can choose to play them on a cycle of 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can adjust the volume of the song here, and you can adjust the sound or the volume of the frequency, the tone. So if I just actually demonstrate this one here quickly, I'm just going to press pulse cycle. Let's increase the frequency there. And lower the music here. So now you're just hearing more of the tone, and that is the tone that you want to definitely hear. Otherwise, you're actually wasting your time, because that tone is what is actually optimizing you. It doesn't have to be super loud. Some people like it loud, and of course, at the moment, top volume is limited just because I'm sharing my sound through my screen here. But actually, through your headphones, you can have it really loud as it's comfortable and safe for you to listen to. Okay, I can change the song. I can put on this one, which is pretty cool. This is more of an upbeat one. This is more of an inspiring one. Favorite. I love this song. This is great to be listening to in the morning. For me, I just love it. It's like unlimited possibilities, which is what we've got with this technology, baby. Phenomenal. Now I can actually change the actual sound of the tones, and this is really just for comfortability. So I can change this to a square. That's not loud. I can lower that if it's too loud. I can put it down. I like the sound. Sawtooth. Again, it's pulsing, and it's pulsing at the moment at 365. Now, what you will know that 365 is known for its healing power. Okay, that's just the pulse. I can change it to a constant. Again, I can play with tone type. Can't really hear that too well, but it's just there. So we want to focus on the tone. But hear it very slightly. It's a very soft one, that one. Okay. And so let's listen to another tune here. I can use the ambient calm space, is nice. We've got on constant here, so I'm going to put it back to 369. Glasses which are different colours, and that's what these are resembling. So when you actually get a report through, it actually recommends what glasses, coloured glasses you want to wear to actually do a colour therapy. Because when you're wearing coloured glasses, it can relax you. Now it's cut out because that was only for 3 minutes, but I can, like I say, run any of these songs on 5-minute or 10-minute cycles. So this is the actual pulse tone screen, and that's what you land on. But ultimately, we can go to the classic tones here. And again, what this will do is it's selected 4 songs, which it will play in a loop constantly. It will go through each one of these, each one for 3 minutes when I just click on balancing harmonics. But this will mean if I don't turn this off, it could literally play for hours and it will just go through each one and over again. And these ones are the ones it selected based on what it felt that my frequencies need, right? So overall, 4 tracks, 3 minutes each, that's 12 minutes to kind of bring me into balance in, say, one session, but you can run it constantly. Now, the other ones are obviously the 3-minute minimum is based upon the changing of the tones in each song you're listening to, whereas these are actually focusing specifically on C sharp, this one's D sharp and A sharp. So that's why you would listen to this for at least 12 minutes on the balancing harmonics, or if you wanted to just do a quick boost, you could do 3 minutes on any one of those songs and it would just quickly give you a boost and boost your frequencies and help optimize you quickly within the 3 minutes. It wouldn't be as effective as doing this for 12 minutes unless you're listening to those many different songs there for over, say, 15 minutes, you know, and then you would get even more optimization going on. So how does this scanner work? Well, basically, I'm just going to show you. It's really simple. I'm just going to click on here. It's going to ask me to do a scan. If I'm giving your voice, I literally will just play your voice message into this scanner. So I'm allowing my mic. Hey, I'm Denovan Truman, and I'm super excited to say that this technology is going to transform the world, and it is the future of medicine. And that's it. It's now running the scan, and this will run for about 1 minute and 15 seconds or thereabouts. I'm going to cut the video short and speed it up. Don't have to watch this the whole time. You get the idea. Done it. So I can then just click on reports, and then it's going to give me a bit of information, again, to do with the inner voice, how it works. It's just loading that up now. Taking a bit longer because I'm doing this through the Zoom. If I scroll down, so these are the color glasses I was talking about. And I think it's delayed just because obviously I'm doing it through the Zoom. So I'm going to basically come back into that later, but we're going to have a look now at the vitals. So this is a more intense reporting that I can do on my vitals. I can deselect all of these and pick specific things, right? If I deselect these and just pick 1 or 2, it would run a more quicker scan. Ultimately, I can optimize my frequencies, sensitivity, blood. It's now optimizing things. And I can run this scan unlimited amounts for myself and for other people because I've got the app. Because the reporting, which you're going to see here now, is something that can actually help you really drill down on food sensitivity, you know, foods and things like that. And I won't go into detail of this, but basically where there's double reds, it shows that there's something there that is really out of balance because it was out of balance before when I did a scan and it's out of balance again. This one was showing out of balance before, but it's been optimized now, so I'm okay with that. Now, a lot of these foods I don't eat, I've never eaten. Cottage cheese, I've actually now been optimized. It was showing that was out. So the way this technology works is you run scans fairly frequently, and you will, over a period of time, start to sort of see where the frequencies that you're running and listening to the binaural beats and listening to the musics are not optimizing you in certain areas. And in those areas, there's something going on that you need to look closely at. But it won't diagnose you specifically just through showing you what's not in range on a specific thing. You have to kind of learn how to look at this and look at patterns. And again, that's something that you can learn more about through the training of this organization. So we're looking at grains, legumes, meat. He was saying that chicken is something that came up before for me. So I did have chicken recently, but it was probably additives that were in the chicken that weren't doing me any good. Okay, so it wasn't the chicken itself. Nuts, okay, I'm actually generally good with nuts. If I was good before and then it's showing a red here, then that actually means that it's just borrowed. The system has borrowed a frequency from my body, which is optimized already to bring me into balance in one of the areas where I had double reds before, right? And so this is how it works, just on the inner voice and on the vitals. So I'm going down vegetables, got miscellaneous, you've got bloods, Okay, we've got CBC, we've got omega fatty acids. Okay, look, I'm in range on everything here, which is great. And then other fatty acids here. And this is really good because it really gives you the power. It empowers you to be able to look at your health and be able to control your health, because you can obviously then look at things that you want to change to actually bring yourself into balance. So again, inflammation, insulin resistance, pancreatic beta cell, amino acids. Now, a lot of these were out of range for me earlier, or there's quite a few things, and it's brought me into balance already. And again, feeling good because I'm actually knowing that I've got the power of this is actually allowing my body to really, really heal, which is phenomenal. So again, there's really not that many things I'm kind of out of. It was showing that I'm a bit out here on the vitamin D. It didn't show that on my scan that I did earlier on in the day. So again, this doesn't mean I'm actually deficient. If it shows up on several scans over the course of a week or two, then there might be something that I need to do. I do need to have some vitamin D at that point. That's obviously a clear indication, right? But here again, you're looking at brain nerve, cardiovascular system. Again, it's saying here this cerebral blood vessels resistance. Well, that hasn't shown up on any previous scans that I've had, so I would definitely not be concerned by that. Again, this is why it's not designed to diagnose specifically, but again, you learn how to use the technology and you can obviously help prevent yourself getting sick and obviously optimize yourself frequently with the frequencies so you don't get sick ultimately. So this is really, really cool. And of course, you can then supplement as you need to with different things to obviously help bring you into balance, where clearly there's things that aren't quite right and you can get indications from this and be able to optimize yourself either with frequencies or by diet, by lifestyle changes. And so there you go. So you can see fungus, you can see human toxins, minerals, heavy metals. It was saying that I was exposed to, what was it? It was copper before. Okay, so it's actually optimized me now. So I'm in range with that. So that's awesome. Because that did come up a couple of times, but it seems to be fine now. Okay, so viruses, we've got bacterial, parasites, molds, and that's really, really cool. So, you know, I'm doing the frequency healing on myself. You know, I feel good. I don't feel like I've got any problems. So this is just keeping me in check and keeping me in tune. So that's really awesome. Now I'm going to show you the quick scan. So this is how to run a really quick scan, and I can do like a morning scan, midday, and evening scan. I can do a scan for pets. I can do a clearing. I can clear negative energies. I can shield myself if I'm going to be going somewhere where there's like to be a lot of negative energy or EMF frequencies. You can do that. And so this is the power of the technology. I can be doing grounding. I can do relaxation, focus, just to show you the grounding, which is pretty cool. And this changes. Sometimes it will be animals chirping, birds chirping, frogs making their little rabbit. So this is really nice. And again, if you're listening with headphones, ideally at least sound cancelling headphones, that's great. But there is a shop here where you can buy really great sound cancelling headphones which actually are bone conducting, and that actually enhances the experience. And you want to be listening to your binaural beats that I will send you, and it will be potentially, if you're wanting to share this into other people, you're sending at least twice a day, in the morning before you get out of bed ideally, or on the way to work, but out of bed before you get out of bed even better, and also directly before you go to sleep. And if you listen for longer than 10-15 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes, just like meditation, once is good, twice is even better, 3 times is even better. So again, if you're feeling like you just need to balance yourself during the day, we don't want to technology, I'm using it just to get myself into balance if I'm feeling stressed and anxious, I just need to calm. If you're feeling like someone's annoyed you, then I guarantee you, when you listen to your beats for like 15 minutes, you'll be in a completely different state of emotional being at that point. It will relax you and it will calm you, because you can focus on that tones and just get into a kind of zen without even really trying. I found that listening to the tone and focusing on the tone, listening to that with my eyes closed, listening to the beautiful music, was actually enabling me to really get into that zen without breathing. It actually made my breathing feel easy. I know that some people, they get a little bit conscious of their breathing and a little bit anxious with it. So again, this will actually help you just make the breathing feel really easy just listening to the music, because it's calming you on an emotional level, which is beautiful. But then we have like the other things here. I'll just show you very quickly about the clearing sound. and that will just pulse for about a minute or so just to clear any negative energies. I can pause it, I can shield. So that's going to shield me going through. Again, that does it for about a minute. If I wanted to have something to get me going in the morning, I can obviously just hit this. I can record my voice. This morning, I don't really want to be doing this, but it is doing it. Yo, what's up? My name's Donovan. Really excited to be doing this. Okay, play this. And this is based on my frequency just now. So it's probably thinking, but hang on a minute, it's not even morning. But then if I was listening to this first thing in the morning, it might be better. So it's downloading files from here. There you go. So a nice upbeat tune to get me going. And obviously if I did it at night time, it's a more calming, relaxing tune that can help me sort of just assist me with sleep. It says lightwave optical glasses. It's recommending I'd wear orange for high and low, purple for low. So again, you might put those on for 10-15 minutes and do color therapy. And so again, those glasses are available through the shop. And these are things that you can supply to people. If you want to get involved in this as a quantum frequency nurse, then you're going to have access to the shop and the products and actually be able to generate income from that. You can charge people for the scans individually. But really the most important thing for us is to get these beats out to people free of charge, introduce them to the technology, show them how amazing it is, let them benefit it, let them experience it for free. And then if they want to get involved, then we can also provide this opportunity to anyone worldwide, and they can actually learn to become a proper quantum frequency nurse, which is absolutely phenomenal. So back to this screen here. This is a body system scan, so that does a scan on all 13 of your body systems. Of course, there's new systems that have been discovered, like the endocannabinoid system, and they're developing this technology all the time. So that's going to be updated all the time, and it's really being updated very, very frequently. Comprehensive scan really goes into detail, and you could be running scans that could literally take 15-20 minutes to actually run a scan if you're running a full in-depth scan. So I won't go into all of these different things, but what I want to show you is the Cephi. The Cephi allows you to do things like basically send target homeopathic solutions, which you can do by symptoms, like abdominal pain. I can put in, joint pain, for example, joint infections, back and muscles, swollen joints, junk food, injuries. Okay, so I've got all of these different things that I can, do, and I won't go through all of this, but you can see that it's very, very comprehensive, in cancer and all the rest of it, right? Okay, so this is powerful, powerful technology. Okay, now obviously, got to say, this hasn't been designed to be able to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease. But we obviously have to basically say that because ultimately, how you use this technology and what it does for you, this hasn't been obviously given the attention that it would normally or should be given by an industry that's out there to obviously heal people. But of course, this technology has immense power to do some amazing things. So everyone's experience of it will be different, but you have to use it, and you have to use it frequently, consistently, for you to really get the full benefits of it. Okay, if I go back to this Cephi scan, I can do quantum frequency, so I can send these imprinted frequencies anywhere. I can actually imprint frequencies onto anything. I can put a bracelet on, I can actually imprint frequencies onto that. I raise the current energy of the item just by placing it on top of the actual device, which will then clear it, and then I can imprint a new frequency. I can run frequencies for 2 minutes or continuously for as long as I want. The continuous one they recommend for 20 minutes, and this is where I could obviously choose, say, typhoid, okay, typhoid fever, right, okay, and then I could send that. Now I don't have typhoid, so I can actually choose to send myself something else, like, again, you can see trauma here, but I can see there's yellow fever, okay. All of these different conditions, even stroke, sunstroke, swelling, tachycardia, taste, throat inflamed, headaches. You can actually run a frequency to see what kind of throat frequency would be good for you. I mean, this is the power of the technology. So you can send yourself all of the frequencies for all of the throat problems, and that would probably be an ideal thing to do. But if you haven't got time, you could just target one particular thing with one type of frequency, right? You can do this for different people simultaneously as well. If I put in, for example, success, does it actually come up with anything here? Well, not in this particular one. okay? But I can actually go to Cephi here, quantum reach, and I can do abundance, I can do all of these things: determination, energy, forgiveness, gratitude, health, strength and recovery, immune support, inner peace. You can read all those things: stamina, stress-free, all of these things. I can also go to the quantum, so this, the homeopathics, this is if you actually know homeopathic stuff, then you can actually look up certain remedies for certain conditions and then actually find them on here if they're here. I did this earlier with a friend that's got dengue fever, but you can do it by symptoms. And again, you can scan an item, a picture, you can scan an animal, and this is how you can also kind of do frequencies for your pets. But again, let's have a look. See, sinus infections, skin burns, sleep issues, sneezing, snoring, sore throat after intubation. So it's got so many different applications, and this is where it is really comprehensive. But that's basically the basics. I won't go any more on this particular session. I wanted to give you a general, very quick overview. We've got the EZ scan, like I say, that actually runs a more specific scan on where you've got imbalances, where you're out of range on things, so you don't have to look through that more detailed report on vitals. And ultimately, the actual comprehensive scan allows you to look specifically at body parts, right? But again, I think that's enough for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to look at this. I'm really keen to be able to get these beats out to anyone and everyone, and have as many of us actually get involved in this so that we can get this out to the world as quickly as possible. And whilst doing so, talk about GPMS and also help people, that may be interested in actually gaining some skills and learning how to use this technology and helping other people generate some money in between now and bringing GPMS to the world in. So again, we've got it here. We've got the solutions. Let's do this. Let's become an amazing team that we know that we were born here to be. And I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.